Hello, baby, we're back. It is the first stream back on Fights with Friends. We are here for Dana White Contender Series Season 2, Episode 2. How the fuck is everybody? Let's see if I can get kicked off again within the next first 3 seconds. Now, we got a great night tonight. Last week was awesome. 2 contracts awarded. I thought, honestly, should have been 3, but we had a guy retire unofficially. I think he'll be back. And we're going to get Sam Alvey and him back on the show, and we'll talk about it. Sam, I don't think Sam thinks he's done either. I've talked to Sam, and he's just, he's a young kid. He's a young kid. It was a tough fight for him. You know, it is what it is, but he'll be back. He's not retired. Another contract tonight, though, at least another contract. We got some great guys on there tonight. We got a couple of former Ultimate Fighter guys. We have an LFA champion. They really bring the heat for these cards.
I'm a pretty easygoing guy.
When you
about
leave,
is about martial arts and just
you're literally somebody's leaving with UFC contract every single episode. One time. One time. You're not having people miss weights. There's been 100 of these fights so far. 100 times these guys have stepped on the scale, and 100 times they've made weight.
That's the next step on my journey.
Why did they make weight? Because they absolutely have to.
If this fight goes to the ground, I'm going to get up and I'm going to knock him out.
They absolutely have to make weight, or they're not going to be in the UFC. So, translation, Cassandra. Oh, I'm from Sordi in Argentina. Haha. How you doing, Marco? How's it going? My wife speaks Spanish. I got you. You know, he translated for me. How you doing, Marco? Yeah, my Spanish is absolutely horrible, man. Sorry. Yeah, I can curse in Spanish, but I won't curse you out. How about that? So I learned how to curse, and my Spanish should be awesome because my elementary and middle school was like 80% Hispanic. And I got tired of them looking over at me and pointing, so I learned the curse words. You know, I had a few friends and I'm like, can you guys just teach me the curse words? So I learned that much. Only 2 to 3 minutes. I want to see the fight. Sorry, you can put that. I can't put the fight down, man. They'll kick my stream so quickly. It's a live reaction. That's what this is. If you go to UFC.tv though, or go to the UFC Fight Pass, you can get a 7-day, possibly a 30-day free trial if you've never taken it before. But right now, for $10.99, you can get 10 weeks of Fight Pass, all the way through the Dana White Contender Series.
This last week, Michael, you know what it's all about. You can't just win. You have to.
That's pretty freaking cheap. Yeah, I'm glad to have Michael Bisping on there. I didn't care for Michael Bisping so much as a fighter until the last few years. I really like him as a commentator.
And you got to start that show early.
Even if maybe he was a little unprofessional interviewing Colby Covington last week. We're going to get right in. Yeah, so Sean Malley's came off of this, of course. Carl Robertson. A lot of guys that came off of this. Mike Rodriguez got a contract last year. Charles Berg, Grant Dawson, Benito Lopez, Joe Sanchez, Elwin Crowder. There was a lot of people that got contracts. 16 contracts awarded last year. Boston Salmon, Geoff Neal, 16 contracts. Huge right hand, followed it with in 12 episodes last year. Of course, last week, former NFL star Greg Hardy came on, got an impressive knockout, got a contract.
Here in Las Vegas now, taking on Matt Sayles, the San Diego native trainer down
there. This guy loves to have a fight. The light heavyweight came on, got a contract. He'd been on before. Tonight,
this guy's 6-1.
6-1 LFA champion. Maybe you've seen him on AXS TV fight. Sayles is going to be in the main event tonight.
His first day in the gym, they were so impressed with him. He was helping Dominic Cruz train for his next fight with Uriah Faber.
Yeah, Dominic Cruz been a big mentor for him. Yaws and Haji,
this should be a pretty sweet night.
Training in Kansas City. Now,
yeah, Matt Sayles 6-1. He's going to go against Yaws and Haji.
Palestine, Yaws and Haji 6-0 with 2 first-round finishes. When you
guy's
watch
number
guy,
1 6-rate featherweight.
You see here throwing all kinds of kicks. Very
in Missouri, state of Missouri. That's where how they rank these guys.
Well, that's the feature.
Matt Sayles, lightweight, number 20 lightweight in California. Of course, California, much bigger state. Anthony Hernandez, number 9 middleweight in all of California.
Anthony Hernandez, who trains up in Northern California.
Yeah, so Anthony Hernandez, he's coming into this one. Man,
this guy's a
lot of pressure on himself. His father's
185er. I said he's 6-0. He's affiliated with MMA Gold Fight Team. Very, very underrated fight team, up and coming right now.
He will take it home with him. Trust me, he gets
yeah, he's ranked 14th out of 235 active.
Is a killer.
One of the
California pro
middleweights. Years out of MMA Gold and Marin Nobles.
Actually, sorry, excuse me, 14th out of the U.S. West, 8th in California.
The nickname, the Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah, nicknames don't get much
nickname
better.
The Beverly Hills Ninja. That is
all finishes inside the first round. Now, of course, this will be a big step
I'm guessing
up in
that's not a
competition,
nickname he gave himself.
Incredibly explosive, incredibly confident. If you talk to him, he says he's going to be the next big superstar, which is fantastic because you need confidence as a fighter when you watch him fight. Lots of spinning kicks. He wanted to be a stuntman, hence the nickname Beverly Hills Ninja.
He's doing so good as a commentator.
Yeah, this is a guy who thinks he can be a multi-weight UFC champion. All he thinks about is fighting. No girlfriend, no nothing. Says he
this
lives
is
like
going to be a great night.
He needs to have a girlfriend at some point.
Sounds like hell.
Thursday.
We'll talk about that
Premier
right now.
Fight
Dana
League,
White's
though.
Tuesday Night Contender
I got a promo
series.
video coming
it's
up
episode 2
for
of season 2.
The biggest fighter on that entire card.
As always, 3 judges score the bout.
Kayla Harrison. If you don't know who she is, shame on you. You're an unpatriotic person. Judo's been in the Olympics since 1964, over 50 years. In that time, 2 gold medals have ever been awarded to a U.S. judokan in the Olympics. One of them was to Kayla Harrison in 2012. The other one was to Kayla Harrison in 2016. She's probably the most skilled woman to ever enter MMA. She's coming into her debut against somebody who's 3-4. She's coming in at 155. She walks around 156. She hasn't cut much weight. Said she can make 145 eventually, so there's a spot for her in the UFC if she chooses to go there eventually. They're gonna jump right into this though, as they do on the Contender. There's not a whole lot of talking.
I'm one of the guys, when you have something to do, you say, you know what, I'm going to make sure that I come home early and I catch this fight. I'm the guy you clear your calendar for.
Not a whole lot of talking on these Grant versus Hill. Coming right in here, Tyler Hill, 8-1, out of Mississippi. Dwight Grant, 7-1, out of New England. Tyler Hill,
my name's Tyler Zombie Hill.
Actually, the number 1 ranked welterweight in Mississippi. I don't know how many welterweights there are in Mississippi, but he's ranked number 1. So you're number 1 anywhere. I'm guessing that's pretty goddamn good. Dwight Grant, number 7 welterweight in all of New England. He's on a current 6-fight win streak.
As opposed to when I first started fighting.
Now he's fighting out of New York right now. He's affiliated with the American Kickboxing Academy. So everybody knows AKA. Those guys are beasts.
And you can see that in my fighting style. If you watch
see,
my early
7-1,
fights,
Dwight the Grant body snatcher, and he's lived up to that name. He's had a couple body shot knockouts and wear guys down to the body.
I'm happy to fight. I'm happy for every second. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to have my son, my wife. I'm happy for everything.
I said Tyler Hill, 8-1. Tyler the Zombie Hill. He's on a current win streak of 2 wins right now.
But, finish as fast as I need to. But most
these guys know everything's on the line. These guys are going to fight like they've never fought before.
A tall guy. and he has some.
That's just the way it is in these things.
You know, right up my alley. If Tyler tries to stand and strike with me,
so
he's going to end up like
Tyler Hill.
Does, you know,
he's never been to a every fight he's been in that he's won, and the one that he lost.
I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee.
He's never been to a decision.
When I was,
everything's ended by a knockout or submission.
I moved to the Delta of Mississippi. Coming up,
this guy knows nothing but action.
She gave me a great life for
and
a
like
long
I said,
time.
#1 ranked welterweight in Mississippi. Well, there's got to be more than 2 welterweights in Mississippi, so he's at least better than somebody.
Male role models, you know, tough guys that have been through it. Alan Belcher, James Sharp, Jason Knight, Chase Sherman, Brandon Davis. We've got a tight group down there, and we really all care about each other and seeing each other succeed.
Let me listen. All right,
if
man.
If anything was to happen to any of us outside of the gym, outside of our fight life, we take care of each other.
Something fight of Sordi is very aggressive. Doesn't stop, huh?
I am today.
I have not, but I'm looking forward to seeing it, man.
Muay Thai brawler. If you stick me once, I'm looking to give you 3 back. I'll take you down if you want to go.
This is going to be Emiliano Sordi.
Sure.
Let's run through him real quick.
I am fighting a guy from American Kickboxing Academy, a very high-level gym.
I did see a little bit about this guy.
I'm not trying to hold this guy down.
Emiliano Sordi.
I'm coming out there to finish you in the first round.
That's probably why you're watching for him. The He-Man. Emiliano Sordi, the He-Man. 16-6. Dude's got 22 fights. He's fighting out of United MMA Fight Center. He's made a couple bucks out of Argentina. So that's probably why you're watching him. 185-pounder.
Win or lose, Tyler Hill is bringing it.
He's fought in Alliance MMA and United MMA Fight Center.
I
know Alliance. There's some great guys there. This guy's almost all KOs and submissions, it looks like. Oh, he's a killer.
I definitely think Tyler has what it takes to get the contract.
Yeah, he's a killer. 16-6.
Make it boring. He's always trying to come out and get that knockout. He doesn't even.
He hasn't won the decision a whole lot of times.
So I think that'd be a really good one for.
So yeah, man. You know,
Davis says he's not going to take it to the floor, but I guarantee.
Sweet, man. So it's always great to watch the local people. I hope he makes it on the show, man. We need more Latin American stars right now. Definitely from Argentina.
Fighting out of
6'2", that's a tall 185-pounder. That's a decent size 185-pounder. Yeah, I know that Ryan. No chance guarantees you. Yeah, even if he wins, obviously that's going to go a long ways. Usually it's only 1 contract. Sometimes it's 2. It depends how impressive he is. And even if he doesn't get a contract tonight, a lot of times they call him back. Like last episode, Menifee, the guy got one of the contracts. He was in season 1. He was impressive enough. But the fight he was in, the doctor had stopped the fight. So early, and they didn't know why, because the guy had broken orbital bone. They brought him back. They gave him a chance. He knocked the guy out in like 8 seconds.
But he's also known for his brawling style, move straight forward, hard to take down. If you do get him down, he's hard to keep down.
UFC call him because if when UFC is going in Argentina in November, Santiago Pazinabo. Santiago Pazinabo's he's a beast, man. That guy's an absolute beast. Nobody wants to fight that guy. Yeah, Pazinabo is a stud. He's fighting soon here. UFC is. I didn't realize UFC is going in Argentina in November. I haven't heard anything about it yet, but that would be great if they did. I hope we got a lot of fans there. Sordi is like Santiago. All right, so well, Dwight Grant, 33 years old, 6'1". Tyler Hill, 31'5'11". Jason Herzog, the referee. Let's get this going. What's going on, 7? Well, thank you very much, sir. Thanks for coming back, and thank you for everybody that was loyal through this. Let's get this contender going. Oh, Grant coming in with big right hand. Grant are very aggressive guys, and neither one of these guys have been to have won one decision, I believe, between the two of them. A nice leg kick there from Hill. But yeah, these guys, they have complete games. They have knockout power. Like I said, Grant, #1 guy in Mississippi. Another nice leg kick from Hill there. This is Grant was actually got a victory in Bellator 165. Nice kick for Grant and a left hook, and that tells you how great this Contender Series is. They got guys on here that were in Bellator, and they still want to get into the UFC so bad they come to this Contender Series. They're already technically in the professionals, the second league in the whole thing. Nice leg kick from Grant. Big right hand from Grant. Yes, I am doing the UFC 7. I'm from Singapore. Oh, nice left-right hook. That was brutal. Grant 5 out of 7 of his 5 of 7 wins by knockout. The other 2 by submission, I believe. Nice left hook there for Grant. Grant, he's one of the guys, he might not be one of the top 2 favorites, but he's one of the guys that has, he's probably 4th on my list at least at chances of getting a contract. Oh, big left hook, big right hand, another big right hook. Dana White likes action. He likes power. He likes to see entertaining fighters that put it on and light people on fire. Big right hook there from Grant. And that's what Grant likes to do. So, stylistically, he's the kind of fighter that Dana White wants to give a contract to in this thing. Oh, nice leg kick from Hill, and Grant throws the right hook over the top. Barely misses. Left hook lands for Hill, but he seems a little hesitant. Not surprising how many times Till's tagged him already halfway through this first round. Grant just stalking him. Stalking Hill. Staying back for the counter. Nice leg kick from Hill, and Grant counters back. Oh, beautiful left hook from Grant. Right now it's Dwight, Grant, and Tyler Hill. Welterweights. What's going on? Pulse reloaded. Yo, yo, yo. Thanks for coming back. Oh, big right hook from Grant. Oh, and Hill throws that leg kick, and Grant lands the right hand over it again. Hill seems to throw those leg kicks a little high for my taste, and Grant's been countering with that right hand over the top. That time he gets the takedown, lands 3 right hands. Hill pops back up, but I think this is where Grant wants to be, is standing. He's comfortable on both. Oh, beautiful left hook to the body from Hill there. Or excuse me, from Grant. Body kick from Hill, but Grant comes back with a big left hook to the body. Whoa, Grant misses a haymaker right. That was wild. And that's what you see in some of this. Oh, nice left hook and right hook lands for Hill. Grant has to make sure not to punch himself out. He's had a lot of quick finishes. Oh, Hill goes for the big head kick and misses. There may not be the competition in Mississippi that there is in a lot of other places. So, oh, nice flying left hook there for Grant, though. So this might be the best competition that Grant's faced. And they exchange leg kicks. Beautiful leg kick from Grant. Oh, Hill going for the takedown. Let's see how Grant's takedown defense is. So far, he's doing what he should. Wide stance, breaks it, and he's loose. A few seconds left. Oh, and a right hook, left hook at the bell for Grant. Nice first round. Nice first round for Dwight Grant. Edwards or Cerrone? Who you got? I got Cerrone, man. I got Cerrone. I got a little thing with Leon Edwards and Leon Edwards. Oh yes, Hill's fighting now, Marco. Tyler Hill's fighting Dwight Grant. In between rounds here. Leon Edwards and his brother both kind of, I was introduced to him by somebody else, and he didn't want to come on my show. And I can't take it personal and hold grudges and stuff, but I'm a big Donald Cerrone fan. I hope Cerrone wins. What's going on, Comedic Genius? How you doing, man? Everybody's coming up in this thing. Oh, big right leg kick there towards the end of the round there. Landed for Tyler Hill, but Dwight Grant dominated that first round. Let's see if Hill can come out a little faster. Oh, big right hook from Hill there. Grant expended a lot of energy in that last round. Lands a nice jab and a body kick there for Grant. But, oh, beautiful big right hook over the top from Grant. Both these guys' cardio looks to be pretty good. And in welterweight, you know, you see a lot of guys with good cardio in welterweight. You should not be having cardio issues at welterweight generally. Nice left hook from Grant. Hill keeps pushing forward. Grant keeps waiting for that counter shot and tagging him. Many times he's tagged him over the top of Hill's leg kicks. And I think Hill needs to throw that leg kick from further out and lower. Oh, nice right elbow for Grant. A left hook and a head kick lands for Hill. This is a fight. Hill, oh, beautiful straight right hand for Hill. He's looking much more comfortable this round. And Grant may have gassed a little bit after that first round. Oh, nice right hand there for Grant, though. This is, we got a nice battle going here, though, for a welterweight contract, possibly. Nice leg kick from Grant, and this time it's Hill that lands the right hand over the top of the leg kick. Oh, big right hook for Grant. Hill lands that leg kick, and Grant floors him with a right hand over the top of it. He'll pop right back up, though. Lands a right hand of his own, and Grant blasts him with another huge right hook and another one. 3 haymaker right hooks from Grant in a row. And one thing you say for Hill is he's got a hell of a chin, and he's continuing to come forward. But you can hear those shots, and you can tell. Oh, that was big. Huge right hook, left hook, and the right hammer fist. And that will be it. And Dana White just stood up in his seat like, whoa. That's impressive, big guy. Dwight Grant over Tyler Hill with the second round knockout. I said at the beginning of the night, I said I thought Dwight Grant was about number 4 in my seeding and chances to get a contract tonight. I think he just moved up. And, you know, there's been weeks like last week where he's given 2 contracts. There has been 1 week last year, he actually gave 3 contracts. So, great start for Dwight Grant. If he does not get the contract tonight, which he's been in Bellator, he's won in Bellator. If for some reason he doesn't get the contract, Dana's going to definitely want to see him again, I think, either in the Ultimate Fighter or just end up signing him to something eventually anyways. Oh, Dana, that's about as excited as I've seen him in this series, though. He's looking at the guys out there, holy shit, that guy can hit, he said. That's definitely good for Grant. Dwight Grant. Tyler Hill tried to say it was a slip. If that was a slip, if that was a slip, that was a slip when they hung Saddam Hussein in Iraq. That was just a little slip. But he ain't around anymore. Hackers on YouTube. My Father's Day was great. We went out for a movie. We went out and went out for dinner. My wife was saying we didn't make it to the movie. We went out and go and buy books, but that reminded me of the story. Me and my daughter went out. Actually, the night before we went out for dinner, we went out and seen Gotti. And I just want to make a point. Don't believe the critics. I got to make a video on this because I'm so pissed off. Fight Pass. Movie Pass. Mixing this up with Fight Pass. Movie Pass helped sponsor the Gotti movie, helped direct it with John Travolta. Absolutely great movie, historically accurate, and Rotten Tomatoes ranked it a 0, and Movie Pass actually shot back on them today. I'll talk about that in a minute, but they're going to... Let's listen to Dwight Grant here. Says he believes he belongs here. This guy looks like a beast. He's not been in the cage for 2 years since winning in Bellator. Mike, my man, touch up the sound when fight is Sordi. I can touch it up a little bit when Sordi's in. I got to be careful, though. I've already had my channel suspended once. Which I won the appeal, so whoever turned me in or whatever happened there, everybody stayed with me. So we got great fans here, and I appreciate you guys. But everybody who's in here, we got like 1 like. Everybody hit that like button real quick for me. Anybody's new that's not subscribed, I'm back on a war path right now. I'm motivated to build this channel to 8,000 subscribers by the end of March. That's going to be the 2-year march, or 2-year mark. The end of next March. We got a long ways to go to 8,000. I want to get to 2,250 by the end of this week. Wow, comedic genius, good for you, man. I don't know if I'm glad, but I can see your humor has not changed, sir. Here we go, Emiliano, He-Man, Sordi. He's next, man. Former jungle fighting light heavyweight champion. And he's fighting Ryan Spann. 3-fight win streak, 3 knockout series, and he was on last year's Contender Series. Ryan Spann versus Emiliano Sordi of Argentina, and we need another big superstar out of Argentina, and we got Argentina in the house tonight. So, hello to Marco, and good luck to your Argentina brother. What's up, Beer God Wonder? How you doing, man? All the regulars are coming back. I love you guys. Glad to be back. We're going to light this bitch on fire the rest of this year. We're coming up on 2,200. My goal is 8,000 subscribers by March. Get the automatic YouTube sponsorship. And we don't have to fight for sponsorships anymore. All the pro team, bro. Comedic. Yup. I had a goal. Tell your friends, tell your family. Let's see if we can't hit 2,250 by the end of this week. We got this Contender Series thing going on Tuesday. We got something bigger going in on Thursday. I don't know if you guys seen what's going on Thursday. 6 p.m. Pacific, and I am streaming at Premier Fight League, the $10 million tournament. So you guys know I'm a big judo fan. Judo has been an Olympic sport since 1964. In that time, only 2 judokan in the history of the United States have ever won, only twice has a judokan from the United States won the gold medal in over 50 years. Once was Kayla Harrison in 2012. The second gold medal was Kayla Harrison in 2016. 2010 Pan Am World Champion. 2008, 9, 10 Pan Am American Champion. She is the real deal. People thought Ronda Rousey was good. She's been training the last 2 years. She's got a great camp. She's not good, I don't think. She's got a great camp. She's working with, in 2016, just 2 months after she won the gold medal, she had that athlete's depression, that she said she had that after judo depression, that she needed some kind of competition, and she went into MMA immediately. And she's been training since then. She's going to make her pro debut there at Premier Fight League at 155. This lady's a beast. I'm working on a promo for her right now. Is Felony coming on? Cut the check. He didn't sound very interested, man. If he doesn't like me, whatever. I'm not going to beg him to come on the show. I was talking about a fight companion. I'm not sure he knew what I was talking about. So I'm not paying him for another interview. I've already had him on for an interview. But I am adding a co-host for some of these fights coming up soon. I think you guys will like him. He's actually an amateur semi-pro comedian. 100% finish rate for Emiliano Sordi. 16-6, 100% finish rate. 16 fights, that's a big deal. And just for Marco here. Shh, don't tell anybody, Marco. Marco's here to see Marco's here to see Emiliano Sordi from Argentina. And he said that the loss of that fight, the loss of the opportunity, that it happened right in front of. So like I said, Ryan Spann's coming back from last season. He was on Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender. And it wasn't until his young son, where's Cap? Let the gun talk begin. I don't think it's Cap that's so much against Gun. I think it's RS. Some of these European countries have a little different idea about it, but Sordi is that. Yep, Sordi's 16 wins, 16-6, every single win by finish. Yeah, Sordi's up right now, man. Ryan Spann's getting into the cage right now. Emiliano Sordi, He-Man Sordi will be coming into the cage here in a minute, man. What's going on, Zolden? Been chilling here too, man. Thanks for coming in. What you been up to? We are back live. We are on fire, man. I was just telling everybody I had to hit 222.50 for subscribers by the end of Saturday. We're crushing goals right now. 8,000 by the end of the year. That's about the most I can give you, Mark. That's pretty loud. 26 years old, 6'5", 204 pounds, Ryan Spann. Emiliano, 6'3", 27, 205 pounds. 4-inch reach advantage for Ryan Spann. I expect there to be fireworks in this one, guys. The light heavyweights here. Oh, big 1-2 right out of the gate for Spann. Another big 1-2. Oh, huge right hand for Spann. Oh, Sordi misses a big right hand, and Spann lands a big right hook. He's on top of Sordi. Sordi's getting up. Sordi's going for the takedown now. Spann pushing him down. Oh, Spann's got a guillotine, and it's all over. It's all over Ryan Spann with the submission guillotine. Sorry, Marco. Emiliano Sordi is done, though, man. He came out. He gave it his best. But Ryan Spann was not to be denied tonight. That was insane, man. Yeah. He's done, man. Emiliano's done. Sorry. Big right hand. Big right hand lands for Spann. And Emiliano is trying to get up, and he left his neck up. You can't do that. And it's nice guillotine. He really turned it into. It was kind of a modified guillotine. It was almost like a Japanese necktie, the way he held it on with the other hand. Man. This is a tough game, Marco. He may get a chance again someday, but Ryan Spann, he's been a man on a mission, man. And
ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Smith has called a stop to this bout at
2 fights into this, and this is already looking like a hard decision of who's going to get contracts tonight. Guys, I don't have an affiliate contract with the UFC for Fight Pass yet, but I'm telling you, $10.99 right now, $10.99. They're having a deal, $10.99. You get 10 weeks UFC Fight Pass, and the reason it's 10 weeks is because you get it all the way through the rest of the Dana White Contender Series. Then you're going to get UFC Singapore on Saturday. You got Friday night Muay Thai fights. It was a submission, man. It was a guillotine. He choked him out, man. He caught him with a right hand, knocked him down, and then submitted him with the guillotine. He do a tough fight, man. Ryan Spann is a beast. I don't know what we're gonna see in these next 3 fights, but I've already seen 2 guys that look like they have a good chance of holding their own in the UFC. Ryan Spann says he's been on the redemption tour since losing in Dana White Contender Series last year. 14-5, 10 wins by submission.
He's the one that got me to going back after that fight. But yeah, he wanted me to do more better, and there I am.
I would say you definitely did more better for sure.
And a very emotional Ryan Spann. This is
punch and then snapped up that guillotine. Was that an opportunity you saw coming into this fight?
Mikey, that better be vodka. It is not straight vodka. I gotta cut the calories right now, you know, sparkling water and vodka.
Do you feel like you've done enough? Do you feel like you're on that?
Trying to get down to that summer weight. What's going on, Stewie?
Ryan, thank you so much.
Stewie's in the house, everybody.
Guys, back to you.
Man, you couldn't have asked for a better script, really, for these first 2 fights. The first one, great knockout. That might have even been more impressive just because it was the first round. So quick, 26 seconds. Beautiful, beautiful modified guillotine. That was a beautiful amount of torque. And the way he used the second hand, it was almost like a Japanese necktie. He didn't have the arm crossed like a Japanese necktie, but he was pushing the guy's head and chin in place with the other hand while he was getting the guillotine. Just total control of his body, and that was insane. Austin Springer coming up next versus Giga Chikadze. 5-0 or 5-1, excuse me, with 5 wins by knockout. Giga Chikadze. The Colby Covington champ. Oh, jeez.
I think that
He's got a belt. I wouldn't call him a champ, but he's got a belt. What's going on, Marco? Make sure you subscribe before you leave, man. I'm sorry your guy lost, man. But there's more good fights. You guys are going to have a lot of good guys coming out of Argentina. And I hope that the UFC hits Argentina in November, man. Ponzinibbio is going to win that title. Ponzinibbio is a beast, man. I love watching him fight. He's a great contender. Have a great night, Marco. They're in Argentina. Giga Chikadze versus Austin Springer right now. Featherweights.
I'm 10-3. Of those 10 wins, 9 have come via finish. My fighting style is action-packed. Typically, the finish is
10-3 with 9 finishes. Austin Springer. Kobe makes the UFC great again. Oh God. Will I fight here? I'm not gonna be fighting here tonight. No, not anytime soon. Sorry. What's up, Lautaro in Argentina? We got a couple of Argentinians in the crowd tonight. Thank you guys for coming in from Argentina. You guys got a great fighter over there in Ponzinibbio. That guy's a stud. That's the great thing about this Dana White Contender Series. I mean, they put the best fighters from all around the world. They did a really good job. I know I've been super critical of Dana White recently. Kind of made what you could call a little bit of a hit video on him for some things that he said about some of the fighters and the weigh-ins and different things. Put that aside. He's doing a great job with this show. He may need some help as a reporter, but for this show, he's doing incredible. What's up, Jordan Rogers? Hello to the UK, man. We got representatives in this thing from all over the world tonight. And I would not be surprised to see 2 or, for the second time ever, 3 contracts come out of tonight. First 2 fights were lightning. We got guys with a lot of stoppages, a lot of impressive fighters. This Giga Chikadze, he also was a decorated kickboxer. Anybody who knows him, you guys know that already. But yeah, he's an incredible striker. Body kicks, head kicks. Very entertaining guy to watch. And Austin Springer's going to have to take him down to the ground. Austin Springer just said that he could hang with Giga Chikadze versus that he could hang with him in the striking. And Austin Springer was on The Ultimate Fighter, I believe 27. I don't think he can hang with Giga on his feet, though. And Austin Springer just said it right now. He says he's going to take Giga down. He's going to elbow him in the face. That's got to be the game plan. If he stands with Giga at all, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. But out of Kennewick, Washington. I lived in Kennewick, Washington for about 7 years. I was born about 50 miles from there. So both of my children were born in Kennewick, Washington. So that gives me a little more reason to root for Austin Springer tonight. I'll actually probably have him on the show, and if he's still training out of there, I'm going to be over there in a few weeks. I might even try to do a live interview. 7 wins by knockout, 4 first-round finishes, tough 22 contestant. These guys are very, very highly decorated fighters. What about Pro Fight League? Dude, Pro Fight League is going to be off the hook tomorrow. We got Kayla Harrison. I was saying she's making her MMA debut. Only UFC Judicon to ever win gold. She won it twice in 2012 and 2016. We got Will Brooks tomorrow, former Bellator champion. Had 2 incredible wins against Michael Chandler. That's the $10 million tournament, as they call it, $1 million per division. He lives in Vancouver, Washington. I believe trains at Gladiator. What's up, Dustin Womack? Well, thanks for the heads up, man. So I probably will not see him, or Juggernaut. So yeah, I probably won't see him this weekend then. I do make it up to Vancouver sometimes, but mostly just kind of driving by while I'm driving by Portland, going into Oregon. Don't really know a whole lot of people in Vancouver, but I've heard that they have a pretty good MMA scene there right now. I worked in that store for a couple weeks when I was with Winco, though. I used to open up all the Wincos, a lot of the Wincos. I opened up 27 of their 102 stores, I think now, and I used to go for ads and different things like that. 5-fight win streak for Giga. Finished all his wins in the first round. World and European kickboxing champion. This guy is one of the most decorated kickboxers to ever step into the UFC. Maybe right up there with Gegard Mousasi. Young David is playing video games, as usual. Young David, they say hello. He says, "Hey, yeah, he's more interested in video games and girls these days than he is in UFC." Giga, 29 years old, 6 feet tall, 146 pounds. He weighed in at 74-inch reach advantage. He's gonna have a 3-inch reach advantage over the 5'8", 31-year-old Austin Springer. I said Austin Springer, former Ultimate Fighter contender on season 22. But Giga, highly decorated kickboxing champion. Giga in the red, Springer in the blue. I said, if you guys aren't watching these right now, 10-week trial, 10 weeks of UFC Fight Pass for $10.99, which means you're also going to get UFC Singapore, Donald Cerrone versus Leon Edwards on Saturday. Nice body kick from Chikadze, a nice head kick. This is a different level of striking for Springer. This is a different level than he's ever seen. And Springer said that he can stand with Giga, and he cannot. I'm telling you right now, he cannot. He better go for that takedown, and he better... Oh! Beautiful head kick there for Giga, and Springer ties him up immediately. Nice takedown defense so far for Giga. Good defensive stance there. He's got the one hand kind of in that crotch area, which is, it's an effective way to stabilize that body from the guy being able to drop his hips. There's one thing I understand from wrestling and judo. To take somebody down, generally, you have to make your hips lower than the other guys. And he's basically holding on to his hips and lifting his hips, Springer's hips, above his. It's an interesting way. And I like Aaron Springer even a little more right now. He's got, I can see that Seattle Seahawk tattoo on his leg. Oh, nice leg kick from Giga Chikadze, though. But Aaron Springer has to get this thing to the ground. Oh, beautiful straight left. Oh, and a flying karate kick from Chikadze. Oh, Springer takes him down. Springer gets a takedown, and he had to. He was about to be in a lot of trouble. And Chikadze shooting his legs up to get that submission. Grabbing Springer's wrist. Springer's look up in his corner and try to figure out what to do. And Giga looks like he's got a little bit of grappling experience there too. Oh, he may have an armbar here. Giga Chikadze, he's definitely got the triangle deep. He hasn't turned him over. Springer can still step out of this. It looks like he may step over, but he's not out of the woods yet. And there he's out. And here comes the ground and pound from Springer. Nice right and left to hound. And he is more comfortably in the guard of Giga Chikadze now. The full guard, not the rubber guard or the high guard. Much different thing in MMA these years. These last few years. I've talked recently about two things that have really evolved in MMA in the last year and a half. And I missed one of them. I said the low leg kick has really evolved. The jab with these 4-inch gloves. Guys, oh, nice elbows from the top from Springer. Giga tries to throw the elbow from the bottom. That is not usually a good idea, especially now that you can't do 12-6 elbows. It's really the only effective strike from the bottom that there is, and it's outlawed. But, oh, nice right hand from the ground and pound from Springer. Oh, another nice right hand from the top from Springer. This is where he needs to be. And this would be interesting to see how they judge it because Giga was dominating standing. Springer took him down, dominated the second half, or at least up to this point. A minute, 10 seconds left. He's dominating the second half of the fight on the ground. Another nice right hand from Springer from that ground and pound. This is not where Giga wants to be at all. He needs to figure out how to get back up onto his feet, and Springer's doing a very good job of isolating Giga's body, isolating his wrists, and making it to where he cannot move his hips. Oh, nice hammer fist there from Springer. Oh, and Chikadze, good takedown. He gets up. Nice stand up. Oh, and Springer takes him right back down. Chikadze goes for a body kick. Springer grabs it, takes him right back down. Oh, but Giga's going for an omoplata here. Oh, and he may have it. He's got this deep. He's got both legs locked in. Springer stepped across it. It looks like he's out of trouble there. But Giga put that in deep very quickly. You can tell he's got some jiu-jitsu skills there. Oh, and he gets Springer's back. A couple of nice right hands there from Giga towards the bell there. Someone throw out a topic. Mikey number 3, missing weight is a great tactic. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, what do you guys think about Dana White and this whole weight controversy? So, like, 56 fighters or something have missed weight in the last year and a half. So Dana White's like, this isn't working. We're changing the weigh-ins back to 4 p.m. The morning weigh-ins, which were 9 a.m. And the reason they changed it was to give fighters, you know, more of a chance to recuperate, so they were more entertaining. It was better for the fighters if they made the weight. And that's the thing. The big problem I have, and a lot of people have had, is Dana said he's talked to dozens of fighters, that the majority of them have said that they prefer the evening weight cuts. I've talked to several fighters. None of them prefer it. Ariel Helwani says he's talked personally to over a dozen fighters over about it, and several other have tweeted him. I have not heard one fighter come out so far in favor of the evening weight cut. Dana White says that the majority of them said that they wanted it. I call bullshit. All right, here we go. Aaron Springer and Giga back in the cage. Oh, nice kick to the face there from Giga. Nice little spin kick to the head. And like I said in the last round, Austin Springer is going to have to take him down very quickly. Nice body kick. Beautiful body kick. That hurt Springer. And he goes for the takedown, and he does not get it. Springer lands a knee to the body, and Giga breaks out. Every second Giga Chikadze is on his feet, we could see a highlight reel knockout. I said, this guy, he's on a level of a Tyron Spann, past an MVP. Oh, beautiful right hand there from Chikadze. And Springer goes for the takedown again and lands a nice right hand. But like I said, Springer, he's playing with poison. He is, talk about a fish out of water. He might be a decent striker. He's in there against, like I said, one of the best strikers probably in all of MMA. We're just waiting to see if he can put the rest of the skills together and get into the UFC. Oh, Giga goes for a big spin kick that barely misses. And the right hand over the top misses. Springer lands a nice left hook. Giga pop shot and a couple jabs there. Changes stances. And Austin shooting again over the top of that right hand for the takedown. And Giga stops it again. Giga's gone for quite a few takedowns, or excuse me, Springer, Austin Springer, he's gone for quite a few takedowns. He doesn't have those chain takedowns like a Khabib, though. And a nice body kick there from Austin Springer. He gets that single leg or that double leg that he had once. Every other time it's been single leg. And then he doesn't chain it together. He just buries down his body. Oh, nice kick to the chin there for Giga. His foot caught the end of Springer's chin there, barely. Oh, nice front kick to the head from Chikadze to Springer. There's a lot of power in those kicks. And this is just a matter of time if Springer cannot get this down to the ground. And the commentators just said, why would Springer not try to get this to the ground as quickly as he can? Nice right hook there from Giga. I said, Giga Chikadze, his striking is just, I know I've said it several times, but this guy's literally one of the best kickboxers in the world. And Austin Springer's trying to stand with him. This is absolute lunacy. Springer lands a couple jabs there, but he has to shoot for that takedown. Because he's going to get cracked. This is the first time that Giga's been past the first round in his MMA career, though. Oh, Springer goes for that takedown again. Oh, and he gets it. That time he chains it together. It's almost like you heard me. He goes in, takes both of those legs, goes very deep, chains it together all the way around his back. Gets Giga up against that fence. Giga trying to figure out how to get to that fence to try to wall walk. But Austin Springer, he's got side control right now. And that's where he needs to be if he's going to have any chance of getting a UFC contract. A nice look hook, left hook to from the top from Springer. And even though this one's not ending in the first round like the last one, Dana will look at the level of competition of these two guys when he makes his decision. And both these guys are very high level. Like I said, Austin Springer, former, tough veteran. Giga, a great striker, a lot of potential there. And Giga's back up. Giga's back up. He's got 25 seconds to go to work. Oh, and he wastes no time, lands a nice head kick, glances to the chin there, and a beautiful 1-2, 15 seconds left in the round. Front kick to the chest lands for Giga. Just a few seconds left here. And Giga goes for like a flying somersault kick, misses at the bell. Get rid of weight cutting. Pick on somebody your own size. I agree, Jordan Rogers. What is your opinion on the Ricky Simmons finish when he finished Merab Dvalishvili? My opinion was I was very surprised. The finish was after round 3. I didn't actually see the fight. I just seen the results. I would have to look it up, but I was surprised to hear that that Merab was finished. I'm not sure if it's on YouTube or I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna have to look it up and try to watch the fight, get my opinion, but as I was, what did you think about it? I said I was very surprised to see that Merab got submitted. You can live stream the Hall of Fame ceremony on UFC Fight Pass. Of course, Ronda Rousey this year being inducted into the MMA Hall of Fame, first female ever to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and not a surprise because she was a pioneer. She's the reason that women are in MMA. Say what you say about the end of her career. She talked the talk, walked the walk for what, 12, 13 and 0. And had a lot of quick finishes. Nice left hook there for Springer. And a nice right hook there for Giga. Only time they were saying Giga Chikadze has went the distance was his loss. Nice straight right from Giga. Oh, and a nice body kick there from Giga. Oh, and he lands a kick to the side of the temple of Springer. And Springer misses a left hook but lands a leg kick. Springer's got to get another one of those takedowns. Oh, nice low leg kick from Giga. And he feints the overhand right from Springer. Almost gets Springer to bite, but Springer sees it at the last second and doesn't expose himself. I am impressed with Springer striking. For the competition he's going against. Oh, nice 1-2 lands for Giga. Nice leg kick there from Springer. And a nice body kick from Giga. But oh, spin kick to the body lands for Giga. You never know how these judges are going to score these takedowns. Even if there wasn't a lot of damage done on the takedowns, for whatever reason, MMA referees really like takedowns, and they really don't seem to count leg kicks for a whole lot. Like that beautiful leg kick there from Giga. Oh, and Giga catches Springer's leg kick, pops him with a right hand, and knocks him down. Now he's standing up above him. He's trying to decide if he... Oh, and Springer rolls and gets back up. And, oh, and Giga goes for a judo hip throw there. Kind of throws Springer around. Springer's back up on his feet here, but standing, this is where Giga wants to be, so he's not upset about that. Oh, Giga goes for the leg kick. Springer just barely missed that. Oh, and here comes Aaron Springer going for that takedown again. And nice takedown defense so far from Giga, but Aaron getting in deep. He's got one hand around, and Giga shucks him. Nice job of spinning his hips and getting out of there. And 2 minutes and 20 seconds, Giga on his feet's got to work, lands a nice right hook there. And I said Aaron Springer probably needs another takedown and some damage to have a chance at winning this fight. Nice front kick to the body for Giga. There he feints the head kick a couple of times there. 2 minutes left in the fight. Oh, very quick front kick to the face lands for Giga there. There's not a lot of power on it. Very quick, though. Nice leg kick there from Giga. Oh, Giga goes for that. Goes for the body kick, and Aaron Springer shoots in. He gets the takedown. And he's in Giga's half guard. Big takedown for Aaron Springer. If Aaron Springer's going to have any shot at getting a contract, he's got to go for some kind of submission. When he's going for a head and arm choke here, 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the round. Oh, and he just flipped it. He just used it to transition to full mount, and he's dropping elbows. Oh, lefts, rights. Oh, he may stop Giga here. Oh, he is bashing on. This is some brutal ground and pound. Lefts and rights. Giga gives him his back. Oh, and now he's back in the mount. He is just pounding him. Referee looking very closely here. And now he's going for the rear naked choke. He's got his back. He's got the grips in, and there it is! Aaron Springer with the submission choke. If the fighter is out of at the end of any round, I think the referee can say he can't continue or he was finished, but I don't know. Caused arguments. Yeah, that's kind of a controversial one, man. You heading into Dana's live stream after this? Yeah, I will be with. I'll be in there when he announces the contract, so I'll definitely stick around for that. Best flavors of Doritos, blue or red? What kind of question is that? Everyone knows nacho cheese or Doritos is far superior to our Doritos, even if it is Niners colors. Oh, you're pushing it, Bailey. That's one strike. No. Cool Ranch is all right, man. Yeah, it's going to have me around on... going to have me on around 7:45 Eastern. All right, we'll be waiting for that, Bailey. Austin deserves that win. Yes, he does, and that was a hell of a fighter. Hell of a fight, and a hell of a fighter he was going against. I'm very impressed with Austin Springer. Great job. Congratulations to Austin Springer out of my old stomping grounds there in Kennewick, Washington. What a great match. I know Dana is going to take into, he's going to factor in the fact the opponent that Austin was going against. I think he had the toughest competition of any winner so far. But here we have 3 fights and 3 wins and 3 finishes. I'll tell you, this is the 3rd week of this Dana White Contender Series, and most of these weeks, I've been more entertaining than I have been by recent pay-per-views. So, and that says a lot. We've had some decent pay-per-views lately. They want you to pick red Doritos so it's easier when China takes over. Oh my God, Sultan. That is great, man. Just a second win by submission. 11-3.
Instructions perfectly. I followed his instructions and got the W.
Was the game plan coming into this fight to catch those kicks and take it to the ground?
To the ground, yes. It didn't matter necessarily how.
And that's a sign of a fighter that studied. He said he listened to his corner. His corner gave him the advice he did when his corner told him to do, and he gave his corner the credit.
But in that 3rd round, it was really your sense of urgency. Given how the first 2 fights finished, was that in the back of your head thinking, man, I got to get a finish to get Dana's attention?
Yeah, Austin does have a Bellator win. He's got a Bellator win, and he was a former Ultimate Fighter. So, obviously, Dana wanted to see him again after he was on the Ultimate Fighter to bring him in here.
I got a gold pin if you got a contract. Make a deal.
Said his message is, I've got a gold pin. If you got a contract, let's make a deal.
I love the fact that he brought his own pen ready to sign that contract. Huge win.
Oh, and he's got the pin there. He did bring his own pin.
Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. Don't let the body type fool you. Yeah, he walks around at about 225. This dude is a special.
Anthony Hernandez. 4 wins by submission, all by guillotine. MMA record 6-0 versus Jordan Wright. This guy, the Beverly Hills Ninja, don't let the name fool you, 9-0, has finished all of his wins in the 1st round. This guy has been impressive. We're going to see what he can do under the big lights.
He's undefeated at 9-0. All of those wins by 1st round finish. Half of those are by submission, half of those by knockout.
Half by knockout, half by submission. This is a big step up in competition, though. This is going to be his biggest challenge so far, for sure. It's good. Yeah. I like it.
Back with you from Las Vegas, home of the UFC, and tonight some future stars are vying for that.
My wife's sitting there asking me if I want some steak. Of course I want steak. Who the hell doesn't want steak? What a great wife. Carne Saudi. Anthony Hernandez versus Jordan Wright. Jump in your fat girlfriend. Oh, if China invades, I'll just jump in my car. Yeah, good luck with that. From Kwaisyong, Providence, huh? All right. Oh. That was good, Bailey. You know, I thought that first week they had a great card. The second week, it's like better. And that, or so far, it's better. This has been incredible. Hopefully they didn't put all the great fighters in the first 2 weeks, but if they did, like I said, last week was a little bit more about the hype because you had Greg Hardy, but then you also had some really good fighters on there. This is the meat and potatoes for the hardcore fans, though. That's what I feel like this week. These are guys that have been in there. They've been in war, several of them with victories in Bellator, had stints in the Ultimate Fighter.
So I got my college degree, graduated cum laude, and then went pro immediately after.
Most of these guys are guys that they could have automatically went to the undercard of a UFC pay-per-view without even being on the show. What's going on, Cap? Thanks for coming in, man. This Contender series has been on fire, man. It has been awesome. Maybe if we get trapped on a mountain, I'll use their extra... Oh, Jesus. You never change, comedic genius. He never changes. I said Anthony Fluffy Hernandez versus Jordan Wright.
So I mean, my dad's like, one of you dumbasses is gonna get hurt, and then my cousin's like, come to this gym.
Every single one of his wins by knockout.
March basically was the worst day of my life. My dad died.
Or excuse me, by finish.
Lung disease, and he just couldn't make it.
For Anthony Hernandez. Fought January 26 in LFA. LFA recently has kind of been like the feeding league for the UFC. If you guys haven't watched LFA, if you have AXS television, or if you're a brilliant hacker like I know some of you guys are, this Friday night LFA is going to be on. But I'm more excited first about Thursday about the Premier Fight League with Will Brooks and Kayla Harrison fighting. That's going to be amazing. Did you guys hear about the new gun? No, I did not. I'm usually not for anybody, saying take anybody's guns, but comedic genius, I'm not sure if you're a guy that needs to be carrying. All right. Number 8 middleweight in all of California, number 14th ranked on the entire West Coast. That's out of 235 pro middleweights. Anthony Hernandez. This guy's top of the heap. And Holly Holm talking about Jordan Wright here, one of his teammates. That's the difference now. It's like all these guys have been training. If you got on here, either you fought in Bellator, you've been an Ultimate Fighter, or you've been training with the top guys already. These are guys from American Top Team, from AKA. I would have never guessed comedic. But I'll tell you what, before this, undefeated, 9 wins. Like I said, 5 wins by submission, 4 by rear naked choke for Jordan Wright. 100% finish rate. His longest fight so far has been 2 minutes and 48 seconds. This is going to be his toughest opponent tonight for sure. Mike started a Second Amendment firing range practice channel. All those gun channels get pulled, man. You got to be careful to even say gun anymore on YouTube. So, but I'll be going to the range here. Definitely spending some time on the range. At the end of this month, I'm going to go to Eastern Washington and go shoot with my dad. So, he's... my father actually used to train snipers in the infantry years back. I would definitely do some practice on a firing range for a channel if they were still allowing that, but they're not. They're kind of frowning on that now. Well, of course, gum. That's what I meant too. You know, I can throw a gum one a long ways. Finished 5 of 6 wins. Anthony Hernandez. He's the LFA middleweight champion. This guy is no joke. This is such a huge step up in competition for Jordan Wright. I mean, like I said, Jordan Wright, he's been a stud. He's done everything you could expect him to do with the competition he's had. 9-0, finished them all in the first round. But Anthony Hernandez is the LFA middleweight champion. This is a legitimate league that the UFC has been signing a lot of fighters out of. They've called it the official UFC feeder league. Anthony Hernandez, 24 years old, 6 feet tall, 75-inch reach. Jordan Wright's going to have a 2-inch reach advantage. 2-inch height and reach advantage. 6'2", 77-inch reach advantage, and he's 26. So he's 2 years older. The referee is Mark Smith. Jordan Wright, college cum laude. This is a smart guy. He decided he wants to fight anyways. Hernandez in the red, Wright in the blue. Wright with the body kick right out of the gate. He's got kind of a karate style here for Wright so far. Burgundy more. Oh, and he goes for a high spin kick. Hernandez blocks it. Hernandez more the orthodox kickboxing style. Nice leg kick there from Wright. A couple of nice jabs. Oh, beautiful left hook, right hook from Hernandez. And oh, beautiful right hook, left hook. Wright is stunned. Right hook, and he is out. And Dana White is just, he is speechless. I mean, his eyes are so big right now, and Jordan Wright looks like a zombie on the ground. I mean, literally, like his eyes are rolled back in his head. He is not doing good right now, Jordan Wright. But 24-year-old Anthony Hernandez, I'll tell you guys, LFA is the major leagues. I mean, it is the next step. It's like the minor leagues for the UFC right now. And he's their middleweight champion, and this was just such a huge step up to Jordan Wright. He just didn't have much of a chance. Right hooks, left hooks, right hand, right uppercut. Beautiful strike. And when you got a fighter, when he gets hit that looks away, that's a big problem at this level. Nice left hooks, and he lands that ground and pound. Brilliant striking. Dana White's going to have a tough decision tonight. Wow. Wow, I mean, he could give out 3 contracts tonight. I don't know. I mean, we've had 4 fights. Yeah, there was one episode last year that he gave 3 contracts. It could happen again tonight. It's going to be very, very hard to justify not giving some of these guys a contract. There's been 4 fights, and you could definitely give all 4 of them contracts so far. And like I was saying, guys, this is not hype for me. I've had more fun watching this Contender Series than I've had watching most UFC events. We got 10 more weeks of this. UFC Fight. Take advantage of that UFC Fight Pass sale right now. $10.99 for 10 weeks, and you can watch all the rest of these. That's 50 fights for $10.99. Plus, you're going to get the UFC Singapore on Saturday. Donald Cerrone versus Leon Edwards. I can't wait for that. I will be up super early for streaming that. That one's going to hurt me. That's a very, very early morning card. But let's go to Anthony Hernandez for the interview here.
Anthony, it's hard to overstate how big this moment is for you. Your father passed away just a few months ago. You dedicated.
His father passed away just a couple of months ago. How emotional has he got to be right now? 6 first-round finishes out of 7. 7-0 with 6 first-round finishes.
Still hard to talk about, but you're hiring Dana. I'm fucking ready for the job.
How instrumental
Obviously,
in your journey up to this point?
Obviously he's pretty choked up, but
Without him, I don't know what I would be doing.
Also very, very happy, obviously, to be getting this win. And
let's talk about the fight for just a second. Obviously, you've had an undefeated opponent. He came out with a very
we come for the fights, we stay for the stories, and these are those stories that you have to root for a guy like that. I said he just lost his father, comes in there and just absolutely destroys this kid. I mean, I like Jordan Wright. I said he was 9-0 with 9 first-round finishes. This was just such a step up in competition that he was not ready for. And that's what happens when you have your fights in, these Middle America leagues, some of these, smaller towns.
I think I'm ready for the job.
Congratulations, you put MMA gold on the map for sure.
And Anthony Hernandez says, I think I'm ready for the job. Another fighter out of MMA Gold. If you guys don't know MMA Gold out of California, that camp, they are a very underrated camp. They are up and coming. They are coming neck and neck right now with AKA, with the Black Zillions, with Top Team, all of these best teams. MMA Gold is right there with those guys, all those guys. And I think we're going to see a lot more fighters coming out of there, a lot more. We're going to see some champions coming out of there, I have no doubt. Man, what can you ask for rather than to give your, give his father a dying wish to win on the show? Appeared on Dana White looking for a fight on season 1, episode 3. Matt Sayles, he's coming back to fight Yazan Haji. 6-0, 2 first-round finishes for Yazan Haji. And he's got some brilliant striking and much improved recently. They have a lot of up-and-coming guys. They have about 6 or 7 guys that are going to make some noise over there in Premier Fight League Cap, and they have a bunch of guys on this Contender Series. Like I said, Anthony Hernandez, one of them. I believe Dwight Grant was out of there. I'm drawing a little bit of a blank, but I know they have. They're up and coming, man. We're gonna have this conversation a year and a half from now, and you're not going to be asking who MMA Gold fighters are. I said they're out of Northern California. I know that area They've been on Access TV, a lot of them.
So that's how Michael sees it so far, but we are not done yet. Our featured matchup is on the way. Taekwondo black belt Yaws and Haji, unpredictable. He's taking on.
And they're in Sacramento, California, right there next to Team Alpha Male. Dave Hirschman was the founder. He's got a good roster of fighters. I can't think of all of them right now. Well, Paige Van Zandt comes out of there. I can't say she was great, but
Moved to the States when I was 1, grew up in Kansas City, and I just recently moved to Las Vegas.
she was there. Then she was in and out of there, and then over to Team Alpha Male, of course. But undefeated featherweight Aspen Ladd, over in Invicta, welterweight Max Griffin. Of course, he lost to Colby Covington, UFC 202, but a lot of good up-and-coming guys. Watch the interview, Cap, on MMA Junkie of Dave Hirschman over there. He's the founder over there, and he's putting together a good group of fighters. He's a great trainer.
First of all, and myself, but really I want to build a better future for us all.
But I don't remember when it was, but if you want to look it up the podcast on MMA Junkie, just type in MMA Junkie, MMA Gold, or MMA Junkie Dave Hirschman. Man, as we're coming into this main event, I'm so looking forward to Thursday's Premier Fight League PFL show. I said Kayla Harrison, I'm really looking forward to her MMA debut. I was saying earlier, in 1964, judo became an Olympic sport. Since 1964, the United States has brought home the gold twice. They brought home Olympic gold twice. Once when Kayla Harrison won it in 2012. Once when Kayla Harrison won it in 2016. Multiple time judo world champion. She's bigger than Ronda. She's got more of body size structure like an Amanda Nunes. Of course, Will Brooks fighting tomorrow. Brian Foster. Ramsey Najim, Efrain Escudero, Sean O'Connell, the $10 million tournament like we've been talking about in second week on Thursday, and light heavyweight Vinny Magalhães, I think is how you pronounce it. He's had a stint in Bellator and in the UFC, I believe. Of course, Thiago Tavares, everybody knows who he is. A lot of talent in this, but I'm really looking forward to seeing Will Brooks fight and Kayla Harrison. And her debut against Brittany Elkin, because she's 3-4, but it's Kayla Harrison's pro debut. She's been training ever since she won her gold medal. 2 months after she won her gold medal in 2016. She immediately started looking into MMA. She had that post-Olympic depression. She said she was burnt out on judo, but she's been training. I believe it's with AKA. And I'm not positive. I want to say it's AKA she's been training with, and she also did some commentating for Bellator, which is kind of surprising. And World Series of Fighting, so I think he's a guest commentator for Bellator and then a little bit for World Series of Fighting. So I'm a little surprised she didn't sign with Bellator first. They like those homegrown, like Aaron Pico. They've done a great job with him. But yeah, she says it's, you know, it's a different sport. In judo, you compete all the time. She's competed 15 times a year sometimes. Most fighters are not fighting 15 times a year, obviously in MMA, unless you're Sam Alvey or Donald Cerrone. Then you're getting damn close. But like I said, Will Brooks, he's got to be one of the favorites to win that $1 million prize. And here we go. These guys touch glove. Matt Sayles and Yaws Haji. Sayles in the blue, Haji in the right. Oh, big right hand out of the gate for Sayles. Nice front kick there from Haji. And he switches to southpaw and then back to orthodox for Haji. Oh, big right hand for Haji. That was a nice straight right hand. He goes for the leg kick or a head kick and misses. Whoa, spinning like karate kick attempt for Haji. Misses big. It looked good. And Haji goes for the takedown. Sayles, good takedown defense there so far. Lands a knee to the body of Haji. Backs him off. Lands a nice right hand and gets out of there. Nice job for Sayles. And he lands a right hand. Haji tries to come in again and kind of clinch with Sayles, and they separate, get back to the middle of the cage. Oh, Haji grabbed Sayles' foot there. Sayles went for a front kick, and Haji grabbed his foot for a second. Oh, Sayles got the takedown now, though. And Haji's on the ground. Sayles is going to let him back up. Oh, nice right hand there for Sayles. Oh, huge right hand for Sayles. Haji comes forward, chin up, hands down, and Sayles makes him pay for it. Brutal ground and pound here. Lefts, rights. Oh, he is teeing off on Haji right now. He's trying to get the referee to stop this. The referee's looking in closely. He's landing a lot of shots here, but Haji is not out, and he just got full mount. Oh, more shots. More shots. Now he's getting, full mount. He continues to tee off. Hammer fist. Hammer fist for Sayles. Yeah, they shouldn't even, and there it is. There's the end of it. Very impressive victory for Matt Sayles. This is definitely a night. I don't want to be Dana White because I don't want to be making a decision. You could hand out. They just said, one of the commentators said, you could hand out 4 contracts tonight. I feel like you could hand out 5 contracts. I mean, because even though Austin Springer didn't get the finish, well, he did get the finish there at the end. Everybody got the finish. Excuse me, it was towards the end there. I thought he had some of the toughest competition with Giga Chikadze. Hard name to pronounce. But, yeah, I see you too, Stewie. I'm right behind you. That's just tape from earlier. Wow, and a quick finish to this. Hopefully Dana White doesn't stretch out these decisions too long. So I said, what a great show. 5 fights, 5 finishes, and now we're going to find out who gets the contracts. There has not been a week where no one has got a contract, and I can guarantee you this is not going to be the first week that happens. Matt Sayles, 1 minute and 57-second knockout. We'll see if it's going to be enough to get a contract. This is a very, very tough week. to get a contract. Dana White's going to the back. He's got his notes. Man, a lot of people's performances were good enough. It's just how many contracts does Dana White want to hand out tonight? And as much as I love Anthony Hernandez, and I think he'll get in, he was the LFA middleweight champion. Even though Jordan Wright was 9-0, I think Anthony actually faced some of the weakest competition.
Congratulations, Matt. Wow, what a moment. You guys are not making it easy for
All right, and listen to Matt Sayles' interview with Laura Sanko.
You guys have been together since 8th grade, I understand. How big of a role has she played in your career up to this point?
She's been my biggest support since day one. I've heard many people tell me, get a real job. It's time to
Matt Sayles 7-1, 5 first-round finishes.
make some money, Matt, but never give up. Never quit.
Yaws and Haji, an undefeated guy, a lot of skills, very flashy striker, but did you know...
Says a lot of people told him, get a real job. Well, Stipe is a firefighter, and he still won the heavyweight championship, and he's still a fighter. So you can do it all.
Let's take a look at some of these replays.
If you're good enough.
With a huge right hand, certainly got his attention.
Here's the replay. Big right hand there
Confidence that you'll be able to get this first round finish.
from Sayles. Floors Yazzie, and then he was just relentless with the ground and pound.
In Alliance MMA, been training with the likes of Dominic Cruz since you were an amateur. What role have they played in your career?
So we got a lot of streaming coming up. We're gonna be super busy. Like I said, we got the Contender here. We got Thursday Fight League coming up. That's going to be on NBC Sports Network and Facebook. The prelims will be on Facebook. NBC Sports, it'll be on at 9 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, it looks like. I'll make sure I get that for sure. This is the PFL website, though, so hopefully they know what time their fights is on. Be surprised how many times some of these sites and leagues make mistakes, but we're all waiting to find out who's going to get that contract. And were you watching this, Cap? Did you watch much of these fights? Who do you think should get the contracts tonight? I said I think you could get 4 contracts easily, if not 5.
I'm out to prove I'm the best. Nobody can hang with me. Nobody's been able to hang with me, and I'm getting that belt. My name's Austin Tweedy. I'm 27 years old.
Seriously, if not 5. But yeah, Thursday we got Kayla Harrison, we got Will Brooks, we got Efrain Escudero, Brian Foster, Ramsey, Najim. Big main card there. Fight card on NBC Sports Network. Then Friday, what do we got on Friday? June 22nd. Let's check this out. I think we're going to watch a little bit of LFA. If you haven't watched LFA before, it's on Access TV. I said they are the fighter, basically the feeder league for the UFC right now. They are right there with Bellator, if not ahead of Bellator right now. And I don't say that lightly. They are really good. You've seen their lightweight champion tonight. I mean, he looked incredible. I think that's going to be great. And main event is a welterweight bout. Rematch, I believe. Coming up on LFA 42. Or excuse me, LFA 43, Allen versus Crow. LFA 42 was on the 8th. Got some heavyweights, Joel Moore and Jeremy Hardy. But you got Larry Crow 10-6, and Brendan Allen. That's going to be the main event over there on LFA. I said it's on Access TV. If you got Access TV, they've been having some great fights there. Obviously, Fight Pass has been on fire with Dana White Fight Contender Series, and what else they've been having on a lot of Fridays. If you see this Friday night fights, if you have UFC Fight Pass, they don't advertise it very well. I didn't know what the Friday night fights was, but it's Thai boxing. And I love Thai boxing. For whatever reason, the American crowd doesn't get Thai boxing. I get it. LFA 43, though, is going to be on AXS Access TV. The main card will start at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So if we watch that, we're not going to get a lot of sleep because we're going to be back up for that Singapore card. Donald Cerrone versus Leon Edwards.
But I did collect, just in case. I'm thinking I'll probably stay this year and then next year.
So, as I said, it did not take Dana very long. He's out already. It starts, prelims start at 1:30 a.m. Pacific. Main card starts at 5 a.m. Pacific. Here we go. Here's Dana White's choices. He's got them in his hand. It's an incredible card. He made these decisions quickly. I can't wait to hear who is coming to the UFC. All these guys that won, you cannot lose.
There's a couple of guys in here in the 30s. So if I go through it and have to pick a guy that's in his 30s, I got to go with Dwight Grant. Okay? So I got to go with Grant. He looked phenomenal.
And he just said Dwight Grant. Dwight Grant's got a contract for his knockout win over Tyler Hill. Congratulations, Dwight Grant. Welcome to the UFC.
Went in there and finished in impressive fashion. We got to take Ryan Spann.
And Ryan Spann for his beautiful guillotine choke over Emiliano Sordi.
How do you not take Anthony Hernandez after that performance?
Emiliano Sordi to the UFC. And Anthony Hernandez for his brilliant, the middleweight champion over Jordan Wright. 3 contracts.
Matt heard him so many times, was so composed, took his time, picked his shot.
3 contracts.
How do we say no to Matt Sayles? You know,
4 contracts.
So this is
4 contracts tonight. The most contracts ever given in a night in the history of the UFC. Dana White Tuesday Night Contender. Welcome to the UFC. Dwight Grant, Ryan Spann, Anthony Hernandez, and Matt Sayles. 4 guys in one night. What an incredible night of fights. It's been a while since. What's up, Tim Hart? How you doing, man? Have you been watching Dana White's Contender Series? It's absolutely amazing. Hey, thanks for coming in, man. Everybody, as we're coming on, you give me a thumbs up as we're winding down tonight. Anybody who's not subscribed, please subscribe. Please tell people to subscribe. I'm trying to hit, I had a goal hitting 2250 by Sunday, and that's not too long from now. We're sitting at 2,180 subscribers right now, so I want to get, I don't know if we'll get, I want to get 70 subscribers basically this weekend between Thursday, Friday, and Saturday streams. So let's get out there and do it. And I'm going to jump in a little bit on Wednesday because it's the final night of the Contender Series.
Wow, Dwight Grant, congratulations. I know that your aunt, Laverne, played a huge role in you getting to this point. What would you say to her right now?
And the Ultimate Fighter finale, of course, will be coming up on July 6th. Followed by Miocic and Cormier on the 7th. We got a lot of MMA coming up. So we can definitely we can definitely get to 2,500 by July 8th. Absolutely. Yes, I sure did. It was a great night of fights. I agree, Tim Mark. That was I'm glad he gave 4 contracts. So like I said, that was a great night. He gave 2 contracts last week. I was a little disappointed that he didn't give a 3rd, honestly, because I thought Sam Alvey's fighter should have definitely had it. Chris Curtis broke his hand, still had an amazing performance. Of course, last week Greg Hardy and Alonzo Menfield both had impressive performances. They both ended up with contracts. But this week, like I said, to wrap it up again, welcome to the UFC, Dwight Grant, Ryan Spann, Anthony Hernandez, and Matt Sayles.
Ryan Spann here. Wow, you had a rough year last year. You went to a very dark place.
I mean, that is a crazy night. I was busy. Got to go and watch it on Fight Pass later. Yeah, watch it, man. It was great. It was absolutely incredible. You got to be getting ready for football season there, Cap, I'm sure. I know we got a little ways out, but my Seahawks are looking pretty rough right now. Your Cowboys should be one of the favorites, but I'm not exactly sure what to expect out of my Seahawks. At this point, I just hope we make it to the playoffs and see what we can do.
All right, I have Anthony Hernandez here.
And here comes Anthony Hernandez, the 3rd contract.
Your father's dying wish was
it was his father's dying wish was that he got that Anthony Hernandez, got a UFC contract. His dad knew he got the fight. He knew he got the fight, and he was on his deathbed. He said his dying wish, he wanted to make sure that he got a UFC contract, and he did it. He did it. That is awesome for Anthony Hernandez. I mean, that's, like I said, we come for the fights, we stay for the stories.
I'm happy I got the job. Now we can start working on my project and getting my property online, taking down the trees. So I'm excited. I'm going to go buy a chainsaw, start cutting down trees, and I got 2 acres to clear out.
He's going to buy a chainsaw and go start cutting down trees. That was an interesting celebration speech for Anthony Hernandez. Very practical dude.
Sitting back in that kitchen.
Mad Matt Sayles says he was confident to get the knockout, but was he confident to get the contract? I don't know.
Stacked. You'll be going in there soon. What kind of impact do you think you can make on that division?
I'm not impressed by most of you guys, and I'm coming.
Matt Sayles says, I'm not impressed by by most you guys.
Back to you.
I love the confidence of Matt Sayles. I'm not impressed with most of you guys. 157 into the first.
Well, it wasn't exactly George St. Pierre, Matt. Sarah, I'm not impressed by your performance, but Matt Sayles puts the featherweight division on notice.
This performance was outstanding. I pegged him to get a contract. Right hand folds it up again.
And let's recap this again. Victories: Dwight Grant, Ryan Spann, Anthony Hernandez, and Matt Sayles all get UFC contracts. Want to talk about an honorable mention. Austin Springer, great fight against the great kickboxer Giga Chikadze. He finished his fight there towards the end, but just too much talent tonight. I think there was just too much talent for him to get on there tonight. But Austin Springer, he can definitely hang in the UFC too, as he's proven. He's fought in Bellator and he was on Ultimate Fighter Season 22. So, all right. I said, guys, hit that like button on the way out. Anybody who's not subscribed yet, if you haven't yet, don't be embarrassed. Please subscribe. There's a guy from Marco from Argentina was in here tonight. just to watch Emiliano Sordi of Argentina. And, you know, I was encouraging, but Emiliano Sordi was just outclassed tonight by Ryan Spann, choked out by a modified submission guillotine in just 26 seconds. Absolutely beautiful guillotine. Great pressure. Only submission of the night. Everything else was knockouts. Everything else was knockouts and stoppages. So, what time am I starting Saturday? Well, let me tell you the latest time I will start. Because prelims, my time start at 1:30 in the morning. The main card starts at 5 a.m. I'm going to be closer towards that end. And I don't know a lot of these guys on the prelims. They're probably Singapore guys. I'm sure it'll probably end up being a great card. But I will be there at least by 5 a.m. 7. If I decide to do earlier, I'll update on here. So, all right. Great night. If you guys didn't notice, I put up several videos here in the last few days. One of them, that Colby Covington versus Tyron Woodley. That is getting exciting. And, man, Colby Covington is under Tyron Woodley's skin like nobody has ever been under his skin. I feel very bad for Colby Covington. I think he's got a big-ass whooping coming. He's gotten quite a bit better, but I think he's got a big-ass whooping coming. So check out that video. I put that video up. I also put up a video on Dana White's current mental state. I put a little bit of time into that, so I'd appreciate it if you guys watch those videos. I will see you Thursday for Premier Fight League. Let's try and get the exact time here for the main event. Premier Fight PFL 2 fight card on NBC Sports. And I can't guarantee it, but I can just give you the time that they give on the website. And they're saying 6 p.m. Pacific. Or excuse me. That's the prelims. 9 p.m. It says 9 to 11 Eastern. So 6 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, I was right that first time. 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. PFL, Premier Fight League. Like I said, Kayla Harrison, two-time judo gold champion, making her MMA debut. You got Will Brooks on the card. You got Efrain Escudero. It's going to be a great night of fights. So make sure you're here Thursday by 6 p.m. Pacific. As always, first of all, let me take a second. First of all, thank you guys for sticking by me while my channel was suspended. I was a little bit upset about it at first, and then I said, hey, this is going to be an opportunity to grow, to come back better than ever. As you can see, I'm playing around a little bit with some editing. If you see from my other videos, I'm playing around with OBS. I'm more motivated than ever. Like I said, this channel, we're going to grow this to 8,000 subscribers by the end of next March. That'll be the 2-year mark for this channel. That's going to take a lot of work. I'm going to need your guys' help, but I know we can make it there. And that's when you get the big sponsorship money now with YouTube. 8,000 subscribers. So thank you very much again, everybody, for watching. As always, I love you, I respect you, and I'll see your fine asses later.